Welcome MMA betting community back to my channel. We're going to talk about the UFC event coming up this Saturday, I think the 9th. We're going to be talking about an underdog pick today, a great value pick. We've been on a hot streak. I don't remember even the last time we had a wrong pick on this channel. Last event we did well. I gave you guys 3 free picks including an underdog. They all cashed in. Patreon's doing well. So everybody can get the link in the bio or in the description underneath the video. You click there, you can see the link to the Patreon where I do full picks for all Bellator, PFL, and UFC cards. I break it down. I got a system I kind of invented on my own after developing a system that is pretty much bulletproof. If you're doing this in the long run, you'd have to get almost half the fights wrong on an event not to make some type of profit. So even if you got 2 or 3 fighters that don't come through for us and weird stuff happens, you're still going to be making some type of profits because my system, it's really complicated. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. You can kind of get an idea when you go visit my social media accounts, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. You'll see how it works. I segregate my picks from most confident to least confident, and I break it down into tiers, and then I implement parlays, and I just do a mixture of different people with other people, and it works out at the end of the day. Especially if we only get 1 or 2 wrong, we can more than quadruple our money per every event. Okay, this fight card we're going to be talking about Ryane. I have trouble with this girl's name. It's Rainy, something like that, Dos Santos, and she's fighting against Talida Alencar. Neither of these girls have much experience, but the money marketing machine in the UFC is obviously behind Talida. She's the undefeated fighter. She's the one most recently coming off of almost a win off the Dana White Contender Series. She's also the more popular. She got the more popularity behind her, bigger name in Brazil. So she's someone that engages. Takes part of a lot of grappling tournaments. She stays active, even though neither one of these girls has the best strength of schedule or past opponents with impressive resumes. At least one of them is a master in one of the arts that she's coming into the octagon looking to implement against this opponent. So she'll be going for grappling. She was impressive in her grappling in her Dana White Contender Series. She just had a really bad style matchup, a girl who was much bigger. The good thing about this fight is, again, the marketing machine is behind her. They literally couldn't have found a weaker, smaller. This girl's coming, her opponent, Dos Santos, their last fight she weighed in at 104. That's as small as you can weigh in for a women's MMA fight. So unlike her last opponent, who was like 115, taller, these girls are about the same exact height, maybe an inch apart. So that's a good thing for her. She'll also be the bigger, stronger in the clinches, and that favors her for her style matchup. Again, the matchmakers couldn't have made this easier because they've seen that she kind of struggled in her Dana White Contender Series fight in the final round because most of her fights she does get finishes or she's very dominant, but she fought against a girl who's very durable, and in the later round, 3rd round, she put on a 10-8 round performance, and it became a draw. So that was her first draw. She's still 4-0 undefeated with a draw. Her opponent, I think, has got a few losses, 6 losses to her name. But also, if you look before her last loss, or second to last loss, after she went on like a 4-fight win streak and only lost to Denise Gomez on the Dana White Contender Series, all her fights from her most recent win, going back to like her last 9 fights or something like that, the opponent's records are 1 win and like 9 or 10 losses. And when you combine their records, none of them, only one girl had like 1 win, and the rest of them had no wins under their belts. And a lot of times she made it look close. Like she went to decisions with these girls, and it just didn't look good. Like she She makes a lot of rookie mistakes. She's not a wrestler. She will never go for takedowns. So her weapons, her arsenal is very limited. She's easy to figure out because she doesn't use grappling. She doesn't clinch. She likes to stand on the outside, and she's not very defensively sound either. When she gets hit, she doesn't know how to cover up well. She doesn't go into clinches, and she has a bad habit of just moving backward instead of circling outside, and that's dangerous. And when she does get offensive and she's swinging, she's very wide with her shots. She doesn't throw straight shots. She never uses her jab unless it's to gauge like the distance or something silly, but she's not known for using a jab. Even her striking is very limited. No dangerous power. Again, she'll be the smaller girl. And for some reason, she's the favorite on this card. I mean, in this fight. So lucky for us, the value side and the more dangerous opponent with the better record. And, you know, again, we can't talk about strength of schedule, but the one who's been more impressive in her training regimens and what she's doing to prepare for her career in the UFC would be Alencar. Because she hasn't even, you know, she started with the grappling a long time ago. That's her forte. But even as of recent, she hasn't lost a grappling match. I mean, she was like, you know, wins and losses back and forth with the grappling back when she first started. But she's looking more impressive even in the grappling now. She hasn't lost a grappling match, if I'm not mistaken, maybe like 3 years or so. So that's also a big note that we got to take advantage of because her grappling is improving. She kind of reminds me a little bit like a Mackenzie Dern. If you remember Mackenzie Dern before she got to the top of the division and started making some noise in her weight class, she was just going through people easily, you know, taking people down, submitting them, making them look real bad because she wasn't fighting the top of the, you know, echelon, top of the division. So that's kind of what I expect to see from this girl until she gets to the upper weight class. I mean, upper rankings in her weight class, and then, you know, we may have to worry about her siding with her in the future fights. But as of now, it's still early. The matchmakers are, you know, doing her a solid. We can take advantage of that, especially at plus money. She's an underdog. Yeah, so that's exactly how I see it playing out. She should be successful, especially because, you know, we can't put too much weight on the cardio. I mean, she's got that resilient mentality. She doesn't want to give up on her. So even if her body is giving up, her mental is still there. She's a tough girl. So I like betting on people when they got heart. Sometimes even if, you know, their physical doesn't hold up, she kind of has that Nate Diaz. She'll just keep coming. She won't give up on herself, and I don't think this girl is going to have the tools to put her away. So I can see like even a 10-8 round in the first or second round, maybe 2 10-8 rounds. And even if as long as she hangs on in the third round, I don't see how this girl can pull off. Even if you look at her loss to Gomez, Denise Gomez would beat her in a day. Denise Gomez, out of all her fights, I think I'm sure she only had one decision win. All her fights have been, and you've seen how she just lost to Angela Hill in a decision that she didn't look very good in. If Denise Gomez doesn't get a knockout or a submission, she doesn't usually look good in her fights, and she was able to get only her second decision win against this Dos Santos girl. And so, you know, that says a lot. You know, that shows that she's not like some high output striking machine or like a volume type of girl. She doesn't have knockout power. She definitely doesn't have the grappling advantage or any grappling to say. So that's a big step. I mean, that's a big advantage for our pick here, underdog pick. All right, so you got my underdog pick. I'll be hopefully posting another fight pick for you guys before the fights come up on this Saturday. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Again, check out the social media. You'll see some nice parlays we've cashed in. Check out the previous videos so you get an idea of my accuracy. I'm known for insane accuracy, even in prop bets. I'm hardly ever wrong. We've gone to an event where I went 13 out of 13 in prop bets. We've cashed in plus 2,000 prop bets in the past. My accuracy with underdogs is probably the best you'll ever see. I'm hardly ever wrong with underdogs, as you see in my last video. All right, so don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Good luck.